Well, good morning. Here we are for another detail today. It's a wet day, so I brought it inside. So we have a Bmw 135i, 6-cylinder, 3-litre engine. Why they denote a 135 as opposed to a 130 is purely because it's got a turbocharger. They only had it since 2013. I'm not entirely sure it's that age. So it's at least 11 years old. It's pretty grimy. Inside, see we've got a bit of detritus to get rid of. But the intention is for the owner to sell this. Try and talk him out of it. I always tend to. As with a number of my customers who've thought about selling, when they do get the car back, then they almost change their minds. It's a bit messy, but that will come up beautifully. But first things first, let's give it a wash. As you can see, I'm always starting with the engine bay, followed by the wheels. Bit of an issue here. I had to use various different dilutions of my all-purpose cleaner and degreaser because of the marks on the underside of the bonnet. Really sticky. But apparently there'd been no explosion of oil. Maybe it was just built up grime over the years. But nonetheless, I eventually got to a point where I was reasonably happy with it. It's not perfect, but nothing ever is. Try it again. Again. Different brush. It gets there. Now onto the wheels. And again, we always start with the tyres. And in the wheel well, tyres are not an issue. But particularly the front wheels with the brake dust probably hadn't been cleaned. Certainly the barrels hadn't been cleaned for a long, long time. And you can see the purple stain from the P&S brake buster, flowing out. There we go. This time with Magic Wheel Cleaner. Sometimes you need to use a couple of products to be able to get the results you need, but hopefully it's all worth it. This whole process took me probably about an hour just to do the engine bay and the four wheels, so costly in terms of time, certainly. But that does mean that the pre-wash had been soaking quite nicely onto the paintwork. Yep, as you can see, I'm using Koshimi AS or Auto Shampoo. There's no waxes or polymers in this because this car is going to be polished before I apply protection to the paintwork. But you always need to go around those little crevices that you can't quite get to with a boar's head brush, particularly around the fuel filler cap. Next up, we're onto the hand wash. After a quick rinse down, we do need to decontaminate the paintwork. And you can see it's been soaking in pre-wash for quite some time. It's had a hand wash with Auto Shampoo. So I have talked about iron contamination before, and here you can see it very clearly. Look at all that purple dye coming off everywhere. Wow. That's can't quite see that, unfortunately, in the video, but the red or purple dye was dripping really across the paintwork. So even if you think it's clean, the paintwork's not unless you decontaminate it. Luckily, there wasn't too much tar on this car, so I can move on to the clay mitt stage. Seems to have come up quite nicely here. Using a garden blower, just dry off the paintwork before I apply microfiber towel, just to dry the rest up. I didn't video the polishing stage. I've shown you those before, but these are the products I'm using, and I think she's come up okay. And there we have it. I think she's a beautiful looking car. I always prefer the one with the roof rather than the convertible. There's not many of those around. Thanks for watching.